Who is the time? Also,
now we're beginning an exam going on the others. So let's keep it moving down. Normally, I would ask you to clap loudly, but today let's keep our clapping a little bit subdued. This. Dear Toastmasters and guests, I am Ron Billimorian, and I welcome you to the 338th meeting of Annual Toastmasters Club. I request you all to please stand for the mission of the club. The club's mission is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Please be seated. I have a few hygiene instructions that was already mentioned that let's keep the noise a little low because of the exams. Can you put your phone on silent? I'll give you 10 seconds to double check that all your phones devices are on silent and switched off. Please go ahead now. Please do not disturb the speaker while talking while the speech is in progress. Do not move in and out of the meeting room while the speech is in progress. If you want to move out or if you want to come in, please wait till the speech is over and you give an applause. Drinking water is outside in the corridor. Washrooms are also on the left. Ladies' washroom is a little further down the corridor. Gents' washroom are just outside. Let's have a great meeting. Welcome, everybody. It's a great pleasure to introduce the presiding officer today, Toastmaster Libby Abraham. Can you welcome her with a round of applause? Libby is a favorite of ours, an enthusiastic Toastmaster and the convener for Elephants 2024. Welcome.
Welcome to the 338th meeting of Annual Toastmasters Club. Before the meeting open. Before we get into the meeting, I would like to speak to our guests. If the guests could just tell us briefly your name, how did you hear about Annual Toastmasters, and what is it that you are looking for?
I'm a member. I do membership on corporate. Not able to attend it. Being here nearby to my location.
Your name?
My name is Arbaz.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a software engineer. So yeah. So here I hear about this from my colleague. So I attended there as a guest. One to times and I took a membership, but somehow the timings and all I'm not able to.
Where which club?
JPM support.
Okay. And you stay in Navi?
Yeah.
Okay. You're most welcome to transfer your question. So, I know you've been a number of times.
No, it's the second time. My name is Navi. This is second time I'm doing it. And I already told how it will go. It's really wonderful and really thing. I just wish somebody had that copy and run it on a regular days, weekly that way. We have benefited a lot of students. And here to learn. The amazing thing about Toastmasters is that people are associated with it with 5 years, 10 years, and so on. That's from life. I like to know that's happening. So what is so mesmerizing about this institution that people are doing it for so long. So that's one thing I learned. Like
Excellent. So you should take a membership.
I will.
Let's take for Thank you so much. Welcome, Vidya. Thank you, Vidya. Today I want to discuss something which we all read. At least I know I read, but it is particularly powerful. Feedback. Now we all know the sting of getting criticism and feeling that our work is lacking or is being judged. How many of you are fans? Quite a few, me included. I'm a big fan. Did you know that when J.K. Rowling wrote her manuscript, she had a number of rejections. She had to send her script out to, if I'm not wrong, around 15 publishers before she was accepted. And all the negative responses that she got, one particular response was particularly interesting because that response gave her some very critical feedback and specific feedback. That particular feedback asked her to work on her characterizations, their motivations, and to personalize them. That particular feedback asked her to reduce the length of her story or improve the pace of her story. Can you imagine a Harry Potter who was probably not resourceful or loyal, or maybe a Hermione who was not that intelligent, or the extreme rule follower that she was, or a Ron who was not insecure, but if she hadn't worked on her, on the feedback that she received, she worked on that feedback and then she came up with these beautiful characters, these beautiful settings that we now enjoy. And her labor resulted in, I think in the year 1997, when the first Harry Potter book was published. And the rest, as they say, is history. I would say the rest is magic. Today's meeting is something similar to that. It is a special meeting where we have something called the Moments of Truth. In this meeting, we are going to look back at the 6 months of our club and see how we have performed as a club, what we have, every guest who comes into the club, every member who comes into the club interacts with our club at certain aspects. And how is that aspect affecting that particular member? That is what we are going to look at in the Moments of Truth today. So I hope to see all of you participate in this and come up with critical criticism which we can adopt and ensure that our club performs better in the future. With that, I would like to invite our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Krati. Now, Toastmaster Krati is a chartered accountant. She has told us a number of times that she is on this journey of healthy living. And she's a sweet friend who ensures that her friends also eat healthy. She makes us healthy sandwiches. She loves music. She loves to dance. Please welcome Toastmaster.
Thank you, Libby. So the theme for today's meeting is celebrating friendship. So I hope you all might have great friends here. In this fast-paced world, friendship offers us a solace. Friendship offers us that warmth to sustain in this world. It offers us support and joy. So let's take time to honor this friendship of ours and enrich our lives and make our journey better. So throughout this meeting, we will explore a lot of stories from our fellow Toastmasters, and we will take you through a journey of laughter and their shared experiences. So there are many kind of friendship that we experience in this world. So there might be acquaintance, work friends, casual friends, close friends, best friends, online friends, our childhood friends, long distance friends, activity friends, or seasonal friends. So we have different kinds of friends. But what the important thing is that each of these friends serve a purpose in our life. They teach us somewhere or the other some things. So they contribute to a sense of belongingness, support network, and contribute to our overall well-being. So let us toast to the friends who make our life better. So with this, in this journey of friendship, I invite our tag team members. So basically in our Toastmaster meeting, we have a tag team which consists of the timer, counter, and grammarian. So timer will keep the track of the timing. A counter will keep the track of all the catch words, and the grammarian will keep a note of grammar, and they will elaborate further about their role in their description. So I would invite the timer for today's meeting, Toastmaster Karnatani Tilman. Please start describing your role. I would like to have some experience you have with your friend.
Yeah, with a friend, I will share a childhood memory. We are good friends. During my childhood, we used to play at the bus stop, blindfolded games. So that bus stop was near zoo. So one day it was my turn. I was blindfolded, and friends were teaching me, teacher is coming, open your pool. Parents are coming, open your pool. Your dog is coming, open your pool. And afterwards they started shouting, wolf is coming, open it. I remained steadfast, I didn't open my blindfold. But they keep on yelling, open the blindfold and jump on the pole. Finally, I opened the pole. And I thought there is a real wolf standing beside me. That was came out of the zoo. So suddenly I got frightened and climbed on the pole. It was a real twist to the story, and this wolf got involved in our game.
Thank you. So it might be a really great incident. That's why you remembered it for years. So please continue with your story.
Thank you. Yeah, good evening, Toastmasters and guests. Today I am the timer of this session. As a timer, my duty is to time the prepared speeches and evaluations. Today table topics are not there. For prepared speeches, time is 5 to 7 minutes. And for evaluation, there is time of 2 to 3 minutes. Speakers must give specified time limit to qualify for the awards at the end of the meeting. I will display green card at the minimum qualifying time, that is for prepared speech 5 minutes, yellow card at the midpoint at 6 minutes, and red card at the maximum qualifying time, that is 7 minutes. And I hold it till end of the meeting. There is grace period also. For prepared speech and evaluation, the speaker has 30 seconds grace period before and after minimum qualifying time. All speakers who continue to speak beyond the 30 second grace period will not qualify for a poll. I will report the time taken by the speaker when called upon. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Padmani. And these are rule to when you leave the stage, you have to shake hands. Otherwise, you have to do party. Okay, everybody. So now I would like to invite our counter for today's meeting, Toastmaster Praveen. Which is story.
Uh, yeah, I do, yes. So we had been to our early park and we had a friend with us who had here the first time. But he didn't like the taste of it. So he took some right. Yeah, actively to the here. He had that, and then he said, "No, not good." So hence I got incident.
Thank you.
Hello there. I am Navi, and I am the art counter. My role is to listen carefully to all the speakers and note down the use of the Dutch words, like what and so, and the use of bigger sounds like air, etc. I will give my report when called upon by the general event helmet. Over to you.
Thanks. Now I invite some graduates for the day. Toastmasters Srikanth. Toastmasters Srikanth. So do you also have some experience to share?
Friendship, indeed. I have dozen of them.
We all listen.
I'll keep it really short. So I have this friend from my school days. His name is Vikram. Vikram was really a notorious guy to deal with, especially for teachers. So he would flunk most of the exams during school days. So much so that his teacher had written him off that he will do anything like. I vividly remember one of our teachers saying that maximum you can do is some luggage speaker in APMC, and that is the thing incident. I still remember this. Every time we meet, I pick him on those quotes, including I met one of our professor and I quoted him that you said this to my friend. So he was such a bad guy to deal with that his father would beat him like anything. At one point in time, he decided to run away from home and live life separately. Right? I'll keep it very short. So I remember I was in tuition. He came back. He came to me and he said, "Hey, I'm running. I'm leaving the house." I said, "What happened, buddy?" He said, "No, today I'm going to. My father is beating me like hell." As a steadfast friend, I told him, "Don't do this. It's just a matter of time. Just stay there, hang on, and just clear some exams. That's it. Your father will start having you." Fast forward so many years, I think 2 decades plus now, we are as thick as thieves even today. Our families meet, we laugh over past things, and yeah, today he's doing great for himself. He's working on some of the finest technologies in the technology world, artificial intelligence, machine learning. So nothing that happened in the past decides your future. That's the message I would like to do from this real story.
Please continue with this.
Sure. The Toastmasters of the day, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay attention to all the speakers too, and I encourage all of you to make use of this word of the day, steadfast, which means being loyal and committed to one another. And phrase of the day is as thick as thieves, which means staying by the other side, being careful, being loyal to the other. As a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay attention to all those who make use of this word of the day and the phrase of the day. I'm making note of all the improper languages, as well as outstanding words, posts, and phrases that you guys will make up today. Each each speaker is encouraged to use word of the day and phrase of the day. I will give my report towards the end of the session today. Thank you.
So we have started this, we will have a small education session on each weekend. So to have education, to get educated on our roles, basically. So today we are having a small education session on our counter role. And this will be taken up by my very steadfast friend, Toastmaster Sakshi. Toastmaster Sakshi, you have always been thick as thieves for me. You have any speech, yeah?
Say something with her.
So my friends, so I have two best friends, those are my childhood friends. And one day we went to the park, which is a central park in Kharkar. And we were playing something, so my friend removed her sandals. So I wanted to take revenge on her, so I stole her sandal and I made her run behind me for at least half an hour. And when we finally, so when we came to one point, we saw that my teacher was in front of me. I see the teacher was supposed to be a prospective tuition. So she was going to go to see tuition. And I saw that yes, we were tuition teachers were left her sandals down and she picked up the sandal and she ran with her light. And that teacher was a student for me. So that was one small incident that happened. So I'll take over. So to give you a brief about this session, about the R counter rule. So I have made a structure for it. Was about the rule. So as an R counter, you have to catch the filler words that are used by the role players, and you have to take a note all of them. Take a note of them, and then so being talking about this role, you have to also ensure one more thing that comes to the template. So we have this book, logging book, where you have to log the number of arms and the crutches words that the people will be using. So you have to ensure that, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it or not, but there are different columns. So this is and, well, but, so, and all are mentioned. But you have to ensure that it is much more organized because it gets very confusing. You have to ensure that all the role players are being marked, starting from the star to the even general evaluator. So you have to ensure that all the role players are included. So to mark for all of them. 1. 2, while marking, ensure that you can use Roman stick method. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. That is a slash. So that makes things much more easier for everyone to take a note of. Okay? So you can use that Roman sticks to calculate. For example, if I said and 5 times, so you can put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you can mark it here and. Okay, and same thing will for all of them. So one is organization, organize it well, use Roman sticks to count it, and third, let's say if I use something extra. For example, some people use humor. They add their own word, they have their own favorite words. So you can add it to the last column. So you can write, so there are other repetitions. When it comes to other repetitions, you can also mention that yes, is that person's favorite word. And then when the report comes, you can come and deliver it. So this is all about logging of the crutch words in the book. Now comes the presentation. So there are two things. One, you come on the stage to present, to introduce the role. So now introducing the role in itself is like a very dry role because you have that. So what you can do is to add something to make it much more interesting. So maybe you can add a quote or maybe a funny line to make it like a performance at the end of it. So you can make it more engaging. That comes to the introduction of the role at the start of the game. Then when the general evaluator calls you on stage to give the report, that time you have to ensure that you mention every person, that is every role player, for example, every role player, and all the crutch words that they have given, that they've said, plus also mention the number of anchor players. For example, let's say if it is DTM Ron. Let's say if DTM Ron, he said 5 and 2 bell, 3 times but, and other repetitions can be 5 times. which is almost impossible for him. But yes, but let's say if he does, so this is how it should be very clear, and there should be name first, the whole player, then the number of the word that he has said, and then number of times he said. So that is one thing. And yes, so this is the overall thing that you can do while mentioning the or giving the report.
Thank you for great learning. I hope you all will follow this in our roles. So now let me share with you my story. So we are a bunch of friends in our school, basically during my school time. So our class has normally similar amount of boys and girls in number, but the girls of our class are very overpowering. So we are, and especially we are group of 10 girls, I would say, and we are like next level crazy. So our teachers used to say कि इस क्लास की लड़कियां तो मतलब लड़कों से भी कम नहीं पढ़ती. They used to call us goody and all those sort of words. Because we are literally crazy. So as soon as the first thing before the lunch, our tiffin was hardly it was there that our tiffin was left. So in lunch we used to just sit and crack some jokes because we used to eat our food between the classes only. So and we have set up so many traditions, especially our class girls. And during the interval breaks, we used to talk crazy things and we used to do all the crazy stuff. And in all our school, it was called as these girls of this particular class are literally crazy. And still our teachers remember us for this particular thing. So this is my school memory, which I remember very often. And especially our lunch breaks. So yeah, with this, let me start with our prepared speech session. So we have two prepared speech today and we have no table topic session, and these two speeches will be evaluated by two evaluators. So firstly, I would like to invite our evaluator number 1 to state the speech objective of our speaker 1, Jinal Maru. I invite those distinguished Toastmaster from. Before starting, can you share a few lines of your memory?
Friends are very important for me. I have this saying which I say that my friends are like my family and my family are more like my friends. So friends are very important, and all throughout my life at different stages, when I've been down, when I've been upset, when something has happened, I always had one friend or the other besides me to support me and encourage me. So I'm always very grateful to my friends. I remember many years ago, almost 25 years ago, I had a heartbreak. I was really down in the dumps, and I was with a very old friend of mine. And we were just having a normal talk, and he was commiserating me about it. You bounce back and find somebody else. Blah, blah, blah. And then he looked down at my shoes, and then he looked at me and said, "Come, I'll buy you shoes." Now, for girls, this might not be unusual. For guys, it is very, very unusual. But you know, that was like he was like a brother. It was a heartfelt gesture he made. He actually took me across to a Bata and he bought me shoes that day. And you know, for some reason, I really felt very cared for, very encouraged, very loved. He's been like my brother, like I'm going to 25 years, still meet him regularly. And that's something about friendship. Yeah. Toastmaster Junior is giving her project 3 from level 1. The purpose of the project is for the members to practice using vocal variety or body language to enhance the speech. So vocal variety and body language can improve the speech tremendously. So Junior is going to attempt to practice that today. Timer, please note, it's 5 to 7 minutes. All the best, Junior.
Toastmaster Jinal, come and present the speech. Can you share your experience in the line?
Yeah, so I have a very school friend, and very good school friend. And it was one of those times when I was looking at every photographs and I remember living for her thinking, yeah, everybody's life is so interesting and mine is so boring. And she actually stopped me and said, do you really think everybody's life is so interesting? Everything all the time? And that was a reality check. She got me off the film bandwagon. That's really what we is.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jeevan. Toastmaster Jeevan, the memory dividend, Toastmaster Jeevan.
So we all heard of investments which pay financial dividends. But how about investments that would pay memory? How many of us would be interested in those kind of investments? So I came across this idea in a book called Die with Zero by Bill Gates. And the idea is really that when we invest in experiences, we make memories. And every time we relive and recount these memories, what we are reaping is the memory dividend. And there's a character called Mr. Carter in this British TV series called Downtown Abbey. And what he says is that the business of life is the acquisition of memories. Because in the end, that's all there is. So there are 3 learnings from this book that I'd like to share today for your consideration. The first one, let's be deliberate in our choices of how we spend our time and our money. We all remember the story about the ant and the grasshopper, right? Everybody?
Yes.
So the grasshopper technically was not entirely wrong, and the ant was not entirely right. Simply because the grasshopper could have benefited from saving a little, whereas the ant could have benefited from spending a little and living it up. The issue is that most of us are either autopilot reward or autopilot spending. And that's really where being deliberate helps. Think of somebody who's acquired the habit of having a Starbucks coffee every day. The habit is probably costing them about 200 rupees a day. That's around 6,000 a month or 18,000 a quarter. Let's assume this person also likes travel. Long as they're aware that this coffee habit might be costing them a 3-day hotel stay of a vacation every quarter, it's fine. If they choose to still indulge their coffee habit, that's fine. But the point is to be deliberate in our choice. Invest in experiences rather than possessions, simply because possessions depreciate over time, whereas experiences appreciate over time and yield the memory gift. Remember the movie 3 Idiots and how Suhas had gifted Tia a watch that costed 4 lakh rupees? When the value of her mother's watch for her was in the fact that it triggered all these happy memories of the time that she spent with her mother. And that's why any watch, no matter how expensive, was never going to compare favorably to her mother's watch. And that's the importance of spending time making memories with our loved ones. Because we can relive those moments even after our loved ones have passed. What's third learning? Balance health, time, and money to maximize life enjoyment throughout our life. In our younger years, let's say till the age of 20, we have all the time and we have very good health. But money might be really hard to come by. But in the golden years, that is the age group of 20 to 60, we steadily make more money. We are in very good health. But time can be a bit of a bottleneck. And in the post-retirement years, we have all the time, all the money, but health can become a bit of a concern. So how does one maximize life enjoyment for all 3 years? In our younger years, we would do well if we would engage in experiences free or nearly free. For example, if we went to watch a play or dance performance in a free cultural event like a Kalagora, It involves jostling the crowds. You're young, you can do it. Or take going to back with friends with whom you're as thick as thieves. You can use trade transport to live in Dharamshala. You can eat at roadside joints. The point is to maximize time with friends and make memories. Think of it as a budget version of Dil Chahta Hai. And in the golden years, at 20 to 60, we now have money. Delivery about taking, spending money, and getting experiences. You require good health, but are a little more expensive. French sports, like maybe parasailing or whitewater rafting, or learning a sport like maybe roller skating, while the knees has to go. Over the years, this is the most retirement years. It might look engage in leisure travel and spend performances with music artists. Enjoy it on the front row, super expensive seats. Anyway, I can tell you from my own experience that I have realized the merit in this advice. I went for a trek to the Valley of Flowers a few years back. From the trek, I realized all 20-year-olds about my realization was that experience will be more enjoyable. Went bird watching trek recently, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Simply because until the guide shows you the bird, we go together as a potential time. I plan to maximize this kind of experience. So to recap, let's be deliberate in our choices of how we spend our time and invest in experiences rather than possessions, and balance health, time, and money to maximize life enjoyment, all of life. So let's catch up in the break and share some memories. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmasters. Great learning from a speech. So let's come to our second speech. So our evaluator for a second speech is Vidya, and the speaker will be Toastmaster Sanish. So they both have the purest form of friendship that I have seen from my eyes. So Sanish takes all her meetings without and also with how much patience we take Vidya's picture. So I don't know whether they have that great bond of friendship or not, but from my eyes, I can say that they share a great bond and one of the purest form of friendship. So and they are also the evaluator and speaker for today, so no cheating, okay?
So cheating is the evaluation.
So Toastmaster Vidya, do you have any experience you can share in less than 30 seconds?
No. But I'll share an incident. So in my school and college, I had a best friend. Her name is Sheila, and she's a Christian. So on Saturdays, I used to visit church for mass, and some days she would come with me for a temple visit. So one day we visited a temple, and she did. So as usual, I started taking pradarshana, circling the temple. So I took one round, and she started following me. So I suddenly an idea clicked. So I then started doing like this, and I then took a circle. And she did the same thing. And then I did like this and took a circle. And she did like this. She thought maybe in this temple there's some ritual. After that, I laughed so much, and then finally she realized that I was fooling her. And as usual, the people there said shh to me. Okay, that was it. I'll share the objectives. Huh? Yes. Second speaker, Toastmaster Sanish is giving his first speech from his level and project, Distinguished Toastmaster, from the pathway Distinguished Toastmaster project. The purpose of this project is for the member to demonstrate his or her skill as a leader and a public speaker. Sanish is giving his first speech from the project.
The purpose of this first speech is for the member to introduce his or her plan and vision. Please note the timing is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best, Sanish.
Now I invite our second speaker, Toastmasters Anish, to deliver a speech. Toastmasters Anish, do you have any experience which you can share?
And I'll share about Vidya only. So, I would say, she helped me to be shameless in public, which I did not realize. So, the point which Ravi said about taking the public, so I did not do that. So, one morning I was going for a walk, and I saw a bird, and suddenly let me take a snap. And suddenly I felt conscious. People are coming, going, walking. And I suddenly realized I never felt that conscious when I'm with Vidya, when I'm taking her pic in the public. So that's how comfortable she makes me when I'm with her. When she's not with me, when I feel very conscious taking the snap. So that's one of the moments I realized how special she is for me as a
Toastmasters Anish, Praram Toastmasters.
Now, how many Toastmasters over here are more than 1 year? Raise your hand.
More than one?
1 year. They have been a Toastmaster more than 1 year. Did you ever have a thought, I'm not going to read it? No one. So, at least there is one part. So, this was year 2019. 6 months after I had taken membership in Toastmasters. And I was thinking, this was not resonating with what I was looking for. And I was thinking, okay, when March is going to come, probably I will attend meetings and thereafter I will close. And it's been 5 years since then. And people who know me, like how much I have put in time and effort. But let me tell you the journey. When I was thinking about the Distinguished Toastmaster project, I wanted to take a project where, as the project objective says, it helps me to bring to the culmination leadership and communications. And it brought me to the beginning. That is the icebreaker speech. How many of you gave icebreaker speech within 3 months after taking membership? How many of you didn't give your icebreaker within 3 months after? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people. So for me also it was somewhere in that form. Around it took around 3 to 4 months. But somewhere it felt that I was not connecting with the platform. It was a room adjacent, just 2 rooms away from here. And some of the Toastmasters might remember Vinay, Toastmaster, Ron. I used to come and just sit at the back. And certain Toastmasters used to ask me, are you enjoying? Are you having a great time? And I would nod yes. Because that time I lacked that confidence and authenticity to express what I was feeling at. Which is not the case today. If I dislike something, I would say that openly. Because reality is that if you are not liking something, you can say that. Doesn't mean one is rude to somebody else. It is your experience. That is one of the things I have learned in Toastmasters. It is not just about coming in front of 20 people and giving a speech non-interpretably, flawlessly for 5 to 7 minutes, but taking out in our personal life, in our corporate life, and being able to share if we are not comfortable with something. So when I thought about the DTM project, I thought, let me take it. So one of the things which gave me that second life, I would say, would be outside the Toastmaster experience. I started venturing outside the club. There are all this role follow. Who would be the tally counter? Who can be the timer? Who can be the voting judge? And I would revert to the messages on the WhatsApp. Yeah, I'm there. I still remember Distinguished Toastmaster when he was a division director. He was opening a new club in Siemens, and he put out like we need a team who would be there. And during that time, I went as a timer, not knowing how this small things, small roles I was taking up is going to help. So when it came time for a project, I thought, let me go back to that, the beginning. One is the icebreaker speeches, and the second is the outside club experience. How can I bring both of this to the larger fraternity? Maybe create a coalition amongst the clubs, and that's where this project comes about. The district by itself cannot hold any meetings, and most of the clubs are busy serving to the current members. So how can we leverage the platform? So I am working on a new project. Over this, what is going to happen? It's going to happen fortnightly basis, and it's going to be hosted by clubs. And already speaking with 4 to 5 clubs, such as Andheri, Mulund Toastmasters Club, and it has its own unique format. So it's going to have 5 icebreaker speeches. There are going to be evaluations, and sometimes what happens is club on its own standalone basis, they face the challenges. They are not able to give senior experience evaluation for each and every icebreaker speech or every speech. Since this is going to be a short-term ad hoc project, we are going to be in a position to leverage senior Toastmasters from other clubs as well, so that that experience becomes special for the members. They are going to remember for a long time. We always remember our first thing, right? Maybe the first time we hang out with the friends, first time we went for that trip. Icebreaker is very special for each and every member. We often say evaluate to elevate. So when a member, how that evaluation is provided for the icebreaker speech, that can make or break the journey of a Toastmaster. So in this particular project, it's going to be a fortnightly meeting. Along with the icebreaker speech, there is going to be a 15-minute educational session. What to do next? I still remember after giving the icebreaker speech, I felt a little like a fish out of the water, not knowing what to do, how to browse the pathways, the website. And it happens because the club is like that. There are members who are on different parts of the journey. Some members are on level 1, level 2, level 3. And sometimes we find it difficult how to connect with other members or whom to ask. There are times we don't know what to do. But if we find someone else also who doesn't know what to do, it's okay, both of us don't know, let's hold hands and we will figure it out. And that's again where this platform is going to be handy, because this is especially for new members who have joined since July 2023, last year. So most of the target people, members, would be this kind of Toastmasters who have recently joined. So that also gives them to network with fellow Toastmasters who are on the same level as their own. They can connect, exchange numbers, network, and going ahead in the journey, discuss with each other. Okay, I have come across this project, I don't know what to do. This happens even when we join corporate, the orientation sessions are there. Everybody is new to that particular platform. And that is something I have found helpful when I joined a new corporate. And something like that, I think in Toastmasters will also help. Now, we have a marketing team as well, who is going to promote the reach of this particular program so that more Toastmasters who have recently joined, they can become part of this. And we're also looking for experienced Toastmasters as well who can take up the role of the top 3, the evaluations as well. And post the event also, the marketing team, they are going to create videos, flyers so as to exhibit how this particular platform is enriching the new Toastmasters journey, as well as this is going to help the host clubs in terms of bringing and converting guests new Toastmasters, because it's going to be a marathon of icebreaker speeches, a journey which the existing Toastmasters are taking up and being part of. So we are also hoping that the guests also become easily converted and become part of, take enrollment as a Toastmaster. So this is something I wanted to share with all of you guys, and I'm certainly looking out for help from my home club as well as I'll be embarking on this particular project. And one of the things which I've learned is whatever I have grown as a Toastmaster is because of the senior Toastmasters at the club who have helped me and taught me the things I know. And I look to contribute to the platform as I move. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I can literally imagine myself when he was telling his story. So at the beginning, I have given this thought multiple times that I might not adjust in this place and this place is not for me. But truly today, this place has become my weekend oasis and I love coming here every weekend. So thanks a lot, Anish. Now, I request the timer to give his time reports for both the speeches.
I'm coming right on this.
Yeah.
First of all, you see the chin right now.
Yeah, Toastmaster general. 6 minutes 35 seconds. Toastmaster finish Babu 7 minutes 38 seconds.
So, Stephen is qualified and doing it.
Yeah, finish minutes.
Both are qualified.
8 seconds.
Police school. So how many of you from here have watched TV series Friends? Okay, so keep raising your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Vidya, have you watched Friends? And anyone else? So we have 2 teams, and I will split all of you in 2 groups. Okay. So can you raise your hands one more time? 1, 2, 3. Ekta ya?
I'm sure.
But still, so 1, 2, there are 2 strong players. So have you watched completely? Have you watched completely? You are also raised your hand. You have raised. Okay.
You have seen completely.
So Ron, Libby, Rashmi, and Shrikant. You are in one team. Sanish, Ravi, Vinayji, and one more hand, Ruchi. Yeah. Sanish is here. He said that he is watching it while eating food still. Yeah. Okay. We have teams. Next time I will prepare for you. So, we are in next meeting, I will sure give you a daily limit up to each team member who wins. Okay, so take this seriously. So I have a small quiz. I have a small quiz. You have to raise your hand. Whosoever raises the hand and answers it correctly will gain a point, and whosoever answers it wrong will have a negative mark. Fair enough? This is team A, this is team B. So we have leaders as well who will be responsible. Ron and Ron.
Any medical needs?
Okay, question number 1. What is the name of the person the friends watched through their window? He raised his hand first. We also have to raise your hand. What is the name of the pet of Ross? And what pet was it? Okay, third question. What is the name of Phoebe's twin sister? Yes. Team B, what are you doing? Okay, this is very easy question and you have to. You raise your hand. This is very easy question. What is the name of the cafe where they used to hang out? Okay, so he has answered it. I have to So, I have prepared tough questions for later part, but seeing your condition. So, what is the occupation of Ross? Yeah. I have tried this question as well, but I don't think it's Okay, so this is easy, I guess. So what is the show that Chandler and Joey used to watch?
They watch.
I could have. Okay, that's the question. So, what does Phoebe think will happen every time she goes to a dentist? Anyone can remember? So every time when she goes to a dentist, she thinks that someone will die, whom she knows. So this is one of the plot. Okay. So how many sisters does Joey have?
6, 7 sisters.
7. Can you remember name of that sister to whom Chandler?
Gina.
Wow, what is it?
That was not
Okay, so Chandler also part of this.
one negative. Okay, so last question. We have a clear winner, but still
Gina.
no. Her name was Mary Angela.
Very.
Okay, so what does Ross call this?
I have one very
Yes.
Phoebe's name. Like Joey had 8 Adams. What was Phoebe's name?
Yeah, I know this,
Reaching up land.
yeah.
Sorry. You win. Don't have a clear winner. Well, not down the names, and I will give your categories next meeting.
I'm part of this team.
So now, it's time for a general evaluation session, and I would like to invite our general evaluator for the day, BPM winner. Toastmaster winner. Distinguished Toastmaster winner. Can you, I know you have a very emotional story, and can you please share it with our Toastmaster?
So on 12th May 2021, I received a message from my childhood friend, Tiger. Can you send me the pic of your last visit in Bangalore? He used to live in Bangalore, in the cafe where we were sitting and there were bells and all. I said, I'll have to search for it. So after 1 or 2 hours of searching through it, I sent it across to him. Then there was no message from him. After that, I messaged him. मतलब निकल गया तो पहचानते नहीं. But message was undelivered. And after 2 days, I came to know that he passed away due to COVID. He was on ventilator at that point of time, and he asked for that pic because he just wanted to show his son that he is my childhood friend, and whenever you need something or whenever you feel something, just call him or just meet him. So we used to be friends, but I was traveling to Bangalore most of the times on official visits. So there were very few times when I went to his home and we used to meet outside somewhere. So I had not met his son from a very long time, and he was on ventilator. And when I met his son, and after I spent a couple of hours with him, he just said that now I know why Papa can only your age. That was. So, gentlemen, I am the president and explain my role. I need 2 volunteers. Can I have 2 volunteers? Yes, please. Very quickly, we'll do this very quick exercise. You have to stand here, you have to stand here.
Can they put stand?
Okay. No. You have to stand there. You look there. You look this side. What you have to do is, you have to keep quiet. You don't have to say anything. No, my activity purpose is. You don't have to say anything. You have to throw the ball. She is holding this bag. Your aim has to be that your ball is inside this bag. You don't have to say anything. Every time she throws a ball, you have to give her instruction, explicit instruction about how she can throw better, left, right, pitch, whatever makes her. Yeah, please start.
ये थोड़ा ऊपर से ऊपर
और
हाँ वैसे ही कंटिन्यू
please don't move your back.
तो फिर कुछ अलग है
2 more times and we are done.
Yeah. No, you have to throw it little high, like you did.
Final instruction.
Just make it little high, ऐसे ऊपर से take.
No, just tell her whatever you can turn around.
Okay.
And now you tell her what she was doing and how she could have done that.
I think you were little, the first 2 balls, because I moved the bag, I was able to hold it. But I think the last 2 balls were a little low, so I think so it should have been a bit high over your head. And not some sides.
Thank you. Claps for that. Essentially, this is my role. Today we are talking about the feedback. Today we were talking about how to give an effective feedback so that the delivery of the person, whatever role he or she is doing, can be better. What was she doing? She was just telling how she could have thrown the ball better, left side, right side, with more force, with less power. And that is what is the role of evaluators in the club. They help you to reach your target. They help you to reach your goal, to help that ball reach the destination. Good evening to all the Toastmasters and guests. My name is Vinay Srivastava and I am the general evaluator for the day. In my role today, as you saw, I will be evaluating the entire meeting and also with the help of 2 of my evaluators who will be giving specific evaluations about the 2 speakers for the day. Before we go ahead, I would first like to invite Toastmaster Ron to deliver the evaluation for Toastmasters.
Toastmaster Gina, ready to catch? Okay. So, the memory derivative. Very interesting topic which immediately got me wondering what does it mean? And then you explained the topic initially so beautifully that I understood what you are saying. Well, very interesting topic in speech selection. So full marks to you on that. I was immediately captivated by what you were saying. Voice and body language are very important skills we need to all learn in Toastmasters. It is an essential skill if you want to captivate the audience, if you want to convince the audience, if you want to mesmerize the audience. And that is what this project is about. Practicing voice modulation and body language. Energy on stage, very important. That was the object of the speech. And here are a few things which I really liked about your speech. You're a very confident speaker. You came on stage, you have excellent grammar, good command of English, and you know your topic very well. It was fluent, so full marks to you on the delivery of the speech. I saw that you had used a lot of hand gestures, and there was a bit of voice modulation that you used throughout the speech. So in a way, I could see that you were trying to do that, right? That was very clear. So the audience was able to follow what you were saying. The topic itself, the subject matter is excellent. The book which you said, Dials, was one of my favorite books also. I read recently, enjoyed it a lot. So I really resonated with the message we were trying to convey to the audience about really enjoying life's experience rather than just buying things and trying to run for money. So it was a very good message in a well drafted speech. And I mentioned earlier, topic selection was very important. There is memory dividend was very important. So these are positives which I noticed in the speech, and it was a very good speech overall. But this evaluation is about judging you on one very specific criteria, which is body language and voice modulation. So the first goal I have to pick with you about this is that the topic you selected, although very good one, interesting one, did not lend itself scope to practice body language and voice modulation. If you had picked a topic, for example, just out of the top of my head, something like train travel in Mumbai trains, you have to provide tremendous scope to do a lot of acting or voice, or maybe a day in the bazaar or something like that, which would give you a lot of scope. So when you want to practice this, you have to select a topic which gives you scope to use body language and voice modulation. So in that, I felt you were sure. Maybe if you had selected something else, you would have more scope to use the stage, jump up and down, use voice, etc. Right? The second thing I noted about it is your speed of speaking is very fast. You're clear, you're audible, I could follow you, but you are little fast. Pace was of the speaker very fast, and what was missing is pauses between the transition. Now the entire structure of the speech was very well structured, but you went from point to point very fast. You didn't give the audience to catch the breath in between the different ideas that you were conveying in the speech. And I think you were 1 minute, you had a minute in your pocket almost. So you could have just taken a little bit of pauses in between, slow down the entire speech. Even the audience trying to process your message. So pace and pauses is very important that you need to look forward to future interactivity. Overall, I think it was a very good speech, but in terms of the objectives of the project, I would say you don't need to repeat the project, but I think it missed the mark a little bit in terms of the objective. So next speech I would tell you, see if you can pick a topic which meets the objectives of the next project, but also has scope for body language and voice modulation, so you can do practice it all together. Yeah? All the rest to you. Good job.
It's so nice of the previous Toastmaster one, because he did not give me any such choice. He just asked me to repeat this speech. That was 6-7 long years ago.
With age.
We're also best friends. I have seen you.
So now the second speech, the noble mission of Toastmasters Finish will be evaluated by both companies there.
Praram karu apna evaluation. Shall I start my evaluation? No, he's saying no, but still I will. Tanish started with 2 questions, as usual, as expected. Not 1, 2 questions. But it's so well connected with his speech, his objective, the thing that he wanted to say. About asking how many people have been here for 1 year in Toastmasters, and then how many of you have thought of leaving Toastmasters. With that, he connected his plan of the project. And we got that feeling, yes, what we feel at the start of our Toastmasters journey. And then what is his plan for this project? So he very well connected those questions with the project that he's planning to do. So he gave that instant that what is he's planning. We got that understanding because of that. And that feeling we got from the very start itself. With those feeling and those connect, he clearly made us understand what he's planning, what the project he's planning. He's starting a new project for the DPM project. He also gave detail like fortnightly, he's planning to do it fortnightly. He included humor when he said that when we find somebody new, how well we connect with it. Again, adding humor and making us understand through that humor what is he planning to. He spoke about the team that he is developing for this project, that is marketing, and what they'll be doing before and after the meeting. So he gave a brief idea of what the project he's planning to do and what he's planning to do. In terms of delivery, it seems he's a seasoned Toastmasters and why he has reached to this level, his comfort in the stage and the confidence he exerts, the movement of the stage, voice, pause, everything was showed that he has reached to that level. Now, few points that can help in the speech delivery. I have a problem with the Prarambh and the Ant. So the Prarambh was good in terms of making us connect, but those people who don't know about this project, a brief introduction of what this project is, why it is DTM project, a brief introduction would have helped why you are planning to do this kind of project. That would have helped. A small brief introduction about what is this project and why you are giving this particular speech in this project. That would have helped to those who don't know. Second is the Ant. That is, you give an overall idea of what is it. But a pointer wise, what is your plan? This is my plan. A conclusion which includes those plans. A clear planning would have helped. Overall, we got an idea. But what is exact one-to-one plan? And a conclusion with those pointers would have made it more clear for us to understand. That is a summary. Third is the time-wise, he was short, extended for few seconds it could have taken. And one important thing, you're smiling there, but here your smile is not there when you are speaking. So the smile should be here as well. So that one thing, please take care always when you give speech on the stage. So to summarize, good start, connected with the audience with those questions. Humor was there, talking about the team. Just talk about people who don't know about the project, the time and the smile. And it will be a great speech. Thank you for your time.
Please don't worry too much about the smile, because what happened is in one of the speeches, and it was a speech in which I was handling a difficult audience or something like that, and I was smiling. And Toastmaster Sony gave me a feedback that the smile gives a feeling that you are too mellow or not so powerful and strong. So if you have to present a topic in which there's an intent, there is something very serious, it's not necessary that you smile every time. By the way, Adam, your topic, gave me some goosebumps memory, because there's one song from Gulal. It's a beautiful song by Piyush Mishra. Adam hai sachin bole mast ko kishan aaj jan ki gadi tum buhar ho bole mast ko kishan आन बान शान की जान हो या दान एक धनुष के बाण पे उतार दे. It is a song in which your blood boils, and if you are especially on a treadmill and if you are just try to play that song and automatically your speed will increase. So before we go ahead, may I request the timer to share the timing guidelines for the evaluator.
Thank you very much. Yeah, timing is on the evaluator Ron, 3 minutes, 35 seconds. Evaluator Vidya, 3 minutes, 21 seconds.
May I now request accountant Praveen, Praveen to share his accountant report, please.
Yeah, so we have Ron and Mohammed, so and 2 hours. Then Toastmaster had immense toast and 8 hours. Toastmaster we had no words, Toastmaster, had 4 hours. Toastmaster, Srikant had 4 ends and 7 hours. Toastmaster, Bakshi had 8 hours. Toastmaster, Vinal had two ends. Three source and 1 hour. So for Toastmaster, Vidya had 2 hours. Toastmaster Tanish had 4 ends and 10 souls. And Vinay had 1 show, 1 and 3 hours. Over to you. May I request Sri come and get the permission to go. The Harry Potter champ.
Friends.
So, word of the day was used by Toastmaster Technipan and Toastmaster Pradeep. Phrase of the day was used by Jeevan and Pradeep also, she adjusted it somewhere. Some of the quotes that I liked were business of life is acquisition of memories and invest in experiences rather than possessions. The topic memory dividend was also something I found really for myself at least. Catch the breath from wrong and Matlab Nikal Gaya to Pehchan was I thought it's really authentic and good to this time. Yeah.
The short, speaking to the point, very good report. Now I'll come to my report. Broadly, everything is going on fine. I have nothing in particular to point out, and I would not go on about specific things that started on time and all those things. I would like to just request everybody here. Whether this is the club where everybody is coming and they want to give a speech on the stage. Not only this club, generally Toastmasters also. My request to everybody is that please take the roles very seriously, and especially the speaker roles, if you get it, please don't back out, because it becomes really difficult for the for RVB education and generally for the XCOM to go for the last minute changes. It becomes difficult. There are few people who always are ready and they are willing to come and take those slots. So we don't have those issues. You would have never have seen in Mumbai Toastmasters group a message from Agnel that these role players are needed or these speakers are needed, which you will find from each and every club possibly. And please take up the roles, will really help you to understand the functioning of Toastmaster better. Please be ready to respond so that next year, because it's already March, and in next 2 months there will be the elections. One very good initiative from Libby is the small mini education session, which will help you understand about each and every role a bit in detail. And today, Sakshi, we are all Sakshi how good she conducted this particular session. Thank you for that. And I think now Libby should also consider these short sessions for the XCOM roles also, so that people before the election, so that people understand what each person is doing. And this will help the club in getting better in those new blood. And all those people who are sitting in ExCom for many years like me, they will make it. That's all from my side. Over to the Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bhuti and Vinay, for your total evaluation. So now let us have a quick break, and after that we will return with our moments of truth session.